Hi, this is Jackie with VSG and PSA, and today, drumroll, is my 3-month Surg-aversay. Yay! It's actually week 13, but today is August 27th, and so today is my 3-month Surg-aversay, and I am very excited because I have some great news. I'll get started. Quickly, I'll just do a recap on my stats. So, my name is Jackie. I had a vertical sleeve gastrectomy on April 27th, 2018 with Dr. Dustin Bermudez with Rex Bariatrics at Rex Hospital in Raleigh, North Carolina. I am 51 years old. I am 5'2", and my highest weight ever was 228 pounds. My weight day of surgery was 208 pounds, so I lost 20 pounds in between the time I made the decision to have the surgery, went through my 3 months of pre-surgery classes and all the tests I have to take and all the requirements that my insurance company required for the 3-month wait period in between the time when I wanted to have surgery and had the surgery. So last week we were on a family road trip, and I weighed in at 177 before we left for that trip. And this week I've had, interestingly enough, despite the road trip and eating in new places and not having a very organized routine like I normally do during the day when it comes to meals and that kind of thing, I actually have one of the largest weight losses I've had since probably 6 weeks post-op, so it's kind of strange. So last week I was 177, this week I am 174.8, so I'm below 175, yay! And that makes 3.2 pounds in a week. Now, I had a couple of weeks prior to that where I barely lost anything. Or nothing at all, so maybe I was holding on to some stuff and then things kicked in. I did keep up my exercise while we were out of town, and maybe that helped. And then I've also increased my exercise a little bit as well. I was walking 2 miles in the morning. Now I'm walking 2.5 to 3 miles every morning, and I'm doing that a good 6 days a week, 6 to 7 days a week. And when I don't walk, I swim or do like water aerobics for 45 minutes to an hour in between. So I think definitely the combination of staying on track with my eating, even though I was traveling, and then also keeping up with my exercise really contributed to that weight loss. And it also could just be that I stalled for a little bit and then my body took off a little bit. And I hear in the videos that I've watched and the other people I've talked to, that is very, very common, where there are weeks or months where you stall and then you could be doing nothing different at all, and then all of a sudden you drop some weight. So I'm glad this was a weight drop week, because it makes me feel really good for my 3-month Surg-aversay. So that brings me to my BMI. I thought I had written it down here. My BMI started out, when I started this process, my highest weight BMI was 41.7, and now my BMI is 31.2. So I've dropped 10 whole points in BMI, and I'm sitting at 174, 10 more pounds, well, 10.4 more pounds, no, 10.2 more pounds, 10.2 more pounds, and I will actually move out of the category of obese and move into the category of just simply overweight. So I'm looking forward to that. I mentioned a couple of times we've got a vacation that we're taking, a big cruise we're taking in September, and I set for myself kind of a stretch goal to get down to 160 pounds, or at least to that below, out of the obese BMI range and into simply being overweight, which still not great, but definitely beats obese. I'm so happy. I can't wait till I can just whip that moniker and that tag on me, and to have that association with me of the word obese gone, and I can live with overweight until I get to healthy or normal BMI. But in the meantime, that's my goal, mini goal. I've got about 54 more days to lose that 10 to 14 pounds. If I don't do it, I'm not going to beat myself up about it, but I think it's absolutely doable. I think it is absolutely doable in about a month and a half for me to lose another 10 pounds, if you look at the history of my weight loss and the fact that I'm still only 3 months post-op. By the time we leave, I'll be about 4.5 months post-op, and that's still well within that honeymoon period that people talk about, of that first 6 months where you kind of seem to lose the bulk of your weight the fastest that you're going to lose it. So I think it's realistic, and I would love to go on that trip with a overweight BMI versus obese. So anyway, that's what I'm looking for with regards to that. The only other things I wanted to bring with you guys today, I am going to do some body shot comparisons, clothed, with my shorts and t-shirt that I've been wearing every month when I do my monthly body shots. And what I'll do is compare to, I think it was 1 day post-op is when I took the first round of pictures, 1 day or 3 days post-op, versus today at 3 months post-op. So I'll do those and I'll put those at the end. But I have a couple of NSVs that I wrote down in my notes here that I wanted to point out. First of all, I'm down yet another bra band size and another panty size. So, you know, I'm wearing my underwear as long as I can, but when they get baggy and annoying in my pants, in my jeans in particular, I'm happy to let those go, even though I may have only worn them for a couple of months. So my really big underwears I got rid of back a bit. I was happy to throw those large granny panties away. Now I've gotten down to yet another smaller underwear size, so that was exciting. And I started out at a 44 double D bra size, and now I'm at a 38. Very comfortable at 38. Still have a double D, and I'm not losing a lot of my chest volume like some people often find that they do, but I've always been really proportional and very, very curvy, and so, which I don't mind. I like that. That's fine. That's how God built me. That's how I am. And so I'm not surprised that when I've lost weight in the past, I certainly didn't lose a lot of chest volume. But now I'm seeing, of course, is the hanging loose skin in a lot of areas. And so I'm guessing I'll probably still have to keep a fairly large cup size to contain the skin, even if it may not have a lot of fat or tissue underneath it. It still is the best way to do that. Anyway, TMI, right? But heck, we're all friends here. I just thought I would share that. Other NSVs, I think not even 3 or 4 weeks ago, I purchased a pair. Maybe it was a month ago, but I think it was like maybe a month ago. I purchased a pair of size 16 jeans. Was able to, at that time, button them up just great. They were inexpensive, cheap pair, like I paid $15 or something for them. Jeans, but my other jeans were so huge that they just looked bad, and I just wanted to be able to put on a pair of pants that wasn't so baggy, especially in the thighs. And they were a little snug around my calves. They were skinny jean style, whatever that means. I guess just smaller leg openings. But anyway, put those on. They felt great. Now those are actually baggy in my waist. And so I tried on the other day. I went to Kohl's with some Kohl's cash that I had. And I tried on a pair of 14s. And I thought, there's no way these are going to fit me, zip up. Because most of my weight, I mean, I have weight everywhere. But I carried the most obviously bulky parts of my weight definitely in my lower stomach area, which has always caused me to have to buy larger pants sizes to get around my belly. Anyway, the long and short of it is I was able to zip a pair of 14s. Now, it's in that particular brand. I think it's Sonoma or whatever brand it is. I think that's like kind of the Kohl's brand. I know that if I tried on some designer brand jeans, I probably couldn't get into a size 14. A lot of those designers don't even make jeans that big because they don't want larger people wearing their clothes. But in that particular brand, I had not been able to wear that size before, so I put on a size 14s. I also have a pair of shorts that I've had probably for 10 years. They say 16 in them, but they are smaller than size 14 jean shorts that I had had in the past. So again, it might be a brand thing. About a month ago, I put those on. I could button them and stand up in them, but I couldn't sit because they were too tight across that belly area. Not in the waist, but in the belly area. They were so tight. I was like, oh, this is uncomfortable. I have worn them for the past 2 days, and they feel fine. So I'm definitely, seeing the results. I'm seeing it on the scale, and I'm seeing it obviously in inches and in the clothes I'm wearing. So that was a fun NSV to be able to say, oh, yay, I'm wearing size 14 jeans again. Which is nice. And then also shirts, I'm wearing like size large, but even some larges are too baggy. I don't like how baggy they are. So some medium shirts. If it's a really fitted shirt, the mediums are still a little too tight, especially across the chest. But size medium, kind of regular t-shirts, absolutely are fitting me just fine, and not so tight that I wouldn't be comfortable about wearing them out in public. While we were in Indiana on our road trip to see family there, we go to Goodwill stores wherever we go. The whole family, we all enjoy it. We just like to see what's out there, and we like Goodwill stores, so we shop there at thrift stores and Goodwill. And I actually got two really cute tops at Goodwill that were size mediums, about 3/4 length sleeves, so they kind of cover any hanging fat skin on my arms. Really cute shirts, and so I've been wearing those. So all good, great NSVs. The last one is my daughter the other day leaned on my shoulder while we were watching television, and she goes, "Oh, your shoulder's kind of bony." She's never said that before. So I'm noticing collarbone more, hip bones. I notice when I lay on my side to do exercises or something, or lay in the bed, I notice that I can feel my hip bones. I'm certainly able to feel more rib bone, even though there's still plenty of skin and fat there. I certainly do not look bony, but more stuff like that I think is a bit of an NSV, so I thought I would call that out. So that's really all I had to share here at my 3-month Surg-aversay, and anyway, now I'll go get set up and we'll do some body shots. So I hope you guys are doing great. I hope that those of you who are going through this journey as well are seeing some sort of value in what I'm sharing on my end. I appreciate any comments or questions you guys have about what's working for me and what's not. Love some ideas of things that you'd like to hear. My husband is also losing weight along with me. He didn't have this procedure, but he has been taking to heart a lot of the changes that I've made in my diet, and so he's actually lost about over 20 pounds. Which is good. So if you want to hear anything from his perspective, and then I have 2 kids age 16 and 12. If you want to hear anything from their perspectives, we can bring that in and they can share that. But any other questions you have about the food I eat, I've not done any of those videos about kind of what I eat in a day. I find those interesting, but everybody has different tastes in food, and so I haven't shared a lot of that because not everybody may like tuna in a pouch like I do, or would want to eat the kind of things that I'm eating. But if anybody's interested in hearing about that, I'd be happy to provide it. Hope you guys are doing great. Talk to you later. Bye.